I identify myself as being a Latino male living in a white society, which is really important to me because I feel like living in a white society, I have to be aware of who I am and then what everyone else is, or what, what American views are, or what American traditions are, because our views as Latinos are put to the back burner compared to American views. So I feel that it's very important to express that I'm Latino living in a white society, white American society, because I don't want to say I don't, like, I practice views and of both, but I would never deny that I'm Latino for any extent. So that's how I identify myself.
Okay. You guys give us like 5 minutes. How is America viewed in your country/culture?
Can I start? I will.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, first of all, it is a big issue in my country when America is called America, because this is the United States of America. My country is in Central America. America is a whole continent. And the fact that the country is being called America is very offensive to the people in my country. And to the people in most Latin American countries, and well, just the people in America. So when I first got here, I personally never used the word America, never used the word Americans. If people say, oh, are you American? Yes, I'm from Central America, Costa Rica. So just that simple thing is very insulting to us. In terms of other things, the U.S. is viewed always in a very negative light. The oppressor, the white man, gringos, like it's always very bad. And there's a lot of starting now, there's a lot of U.S. establishments in my country. So there's starting to be like Starbucks and stuff like that. And a lot of people really enjoy it. And a lot of people are really fighting against that. They're really fighting toward having their own establishments not being taken over by U.S.-based places. Like a lot of the supermarkets in my country are being bought by Walmart. So they're tearing down a bunch of stuff so that Walmart can build a really big Walmart. So they're viewed in a very negative light. So like when I come home for Christmas or something, it's always like if I do something that's out of the ordinary, they're like, oh, so you're really turning American now, huh? Like they're tease me or something because I'm doing something that's different, or because I'm not doing something that I did before. So it's always a bad thing, not a good thing.
More or less, I would say in my culture and not instead of my country, because I was born in Puerto Rico. My family's from Puerto Rico, and we all know Puerto Rico is a part of the United States. But in my culture, the states are looked towards as a place of opportunity more than where in Puerto Rico, a place to establish yourself, get education, and that was the main, idea behind my family coming here and, moving here. And now I have family members who are moving back to Puerto Rico because of the problems within the United States. And like myself, I lived here since I was 5 months old. So, I visited Puerto Rico and I see the problems from, I would say, the American eye, because I was raised here. I know, I knew my culture from being Puerto Rican, but I've really never lived in Puerto Rico. I visited for long periods of time, school's out, let's go to Puerto Rico for the summer. But I looked at it from the American standpoint, and then now just being educated and learning more about my culture, it is looked at in a negative light, because the same way that opportunity is here for people, there's opportunity that's taken away from others. And, it has its positives and its negatives, and just looked at more in a negative way now, I see, because yes, you can get education here in the United States, and yes, you can do this, yes, you can do that. But now I'm looking at it in a key standpoint. My aunt, she is a psychiatrist in her own practice. Where did she go to school? She got all her degrees except her medical school degree in Puerto Rico. So a lot of individuals are looking for an outlet in the United States, but in Puerto Rico, there's everything that they came here for. So just more of the aspect of the society is what's negative. The issues like teen pregnancy that every race or every ethnic background deals with, as well as issues of prejudice and things like body image problems and eating disorders. My culture looks at it as in being that the American society or the American culture is really negative, because like let's say for body image in my culture, a female with curves is looked at as being beautiful. In American culture, you need to start throwing up or stop eating because it's not accepted. So in my culture, it's looked more negative as in the culture.
I'm going to focus more with Israel. When I was living there, America's becoming very controlling all over the world. And along with what everybody said so far, it's a negative light on it. Right now, Israel is being pushed by America to do certain things in its government, and America has no right to do that, especially affecting the only democracy in the Middle East. I feel that instead of helping Israel, they're trying to create another United States territory or influenced country in a certain area. It's really hard to see that America is becoming so dominant that it has the ability to control governments that are strong. And often it's forgotten that Israel benefits America. Israel sends tons of money and sends lots of, unfortunately they are very good with weapons. It's a sad truth, but we have sent tons and tons of military weapons and airplanes to America, and that's often forgotten what other countries have done to benefit America. America is becoming this huge thing, and we're forgetting about the rest of the world. So in my country of Israel, America's not the best thing. I generally, if I wasn't in the best area, I called myself Canadian instead of American, because Canadian is always neutral. Stuff with that.
When it comes to a view, my personal view of America is very, on a scale, is negative compared to the viewpoint to other countries. But don't get me wrong, America has a little positive on my little country, what we call Liberia. But actually, America has more negative impact on my country. I'm trying to say that America had to live up to its expectation, as in my country. In my country, Liberia, Liberia look up to America as the father, whoever you call it, the father, the mother of other nations. But mainly America is very going downward, which is not good, the attitude. America will do little things for you and then spoil with other things. So it's wrong, it's not good. And in many ways, and from my experience, since 99, I've been here for a long time, but the way I look at it, America impact on my country is negative. And I think that we all, as a culture or countries, we have to judge America by a particular point, where is it going, in other ways, and try to judge it and direct it in a new path. But overall, America has to change their ways and negative attitudes, the controlling, the power. Power is good, but it's not good always. Power can control people, power can kill people, and power can destroy families. That's why America is leading to. But when it comes down to everything, we all got to contribute to America to change America's viewpoints and expectations.